Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea here in Farming Simulator 19. I'm going to go over to this combine over here, and it's leaving a little bit there on the first round. So now we're on to the second round. Is it going to do this round any better than it did the first one? We had a little bit of trouble with the trees, but that was mostly due to the courseplay not working very well, getting a little bit hung up on the trees, but I was told that courseplay does struggle at the moment with doing this particular job. So it's not strange that we're getting a little bit of difficulty with this, so we're just going to see what happens with the next round and see that that one goes through all right. Just wondering what else, you know, we're waiting on prices to come up, but most of the prices that we're waiting on, they're winter prices. We're not going to be getting them now. They're later in the season that we're going to be selling stuff. So we're not getting money to be selling our barley at the moment. We're on 968 there. It's 971 on there. 74 on that one. We're over 1,000 on wheat, but we're not wanting to sell any wheat. We've got 14,000 corn already. We're going to get more yet. So we're not wanting to sell any of that. No milk. We got a little bit of eggs, but not really anything to speak of. So none of those are ready to be sold. Now, it's just reached 40%, and the tractor has started up and has started moving. So I don't know why it's going on 40% when we've got 50% on that setting. There's obviously something different about that setting to what I thought there was. Is it going to be able to cope with going around the field? Well, there was a tree all the way up there that it struggled with last time, so we'll wait and see on that one. If I go Alt-S, I can go and have a look in here. We got rain coming along later today, so I'm hoping that we will be able to get the grain harvested before the rain gets. I mean, if not, we'll just have to stop and go back and do it for a bit longer. Barley in here, definitely the first couple of days in winter is the time to be selling that. So a little bit to wait before we are actually ready to be selling any barley. But we're going to make a fortune out of it. We're going to make a vast sum of money out of the barley. And the cows that we've got, none of them are due to give birth before the barley. Again with this tractor and this courseplay that everybody says is wonderful and perfect, and this is not wonderful and perfect. Right? This thing is useless. Look at it. How can you think that this is a good thing? Look. Please explain to me what part of this is absolutely wonderful, because I'm struggling to see. I really am. Right. I'm going to move you there. I'm going to shunt you up there like that a little bit. I'm hoping it's just the outside rounds, and that once it's done with the outside round, it's then going to stop being so ridiculous. So absolutely ridiculous. There's no need for this. There is absolutely no need for this. Look, you're getting my blood pressure up. It's not on. Okay, this is not acceptable behavior. So what I'm going to do is going to do 3 times. I've set 3 times on the headland, rather than waiting for it to wrap itself around that tree, because you know full well that this is going to wrap itself around. Oh, it started to rain now. It's just now started to rain, which means so we're going to have to stop anyway. We can't do any more. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go to drive course. Right, so this one is going to here. Now what are you doing? What on earth do you think you're doing now? This thing's just getting more and more useless. It shouldn't be doing that. Start course at nearest waypoint. I should just be able to bring it here into the field and go. Oh, it's on. Why is it on the wrong thing? There, empty combine. Drive course. Right, no combine in reach. Combine's pipe is in fruit. No, it's not. Drive to waypoint. Okay, so the combine is ready. And it's now started raining, so we're no longer able to do any combining anyway. So let's see if this tractor is actually able to get to the combine without doing anything stupid like wrapping itself around that tree like it did last time. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's definitely thinking about it. And it's going to come over to here, and it's pretty much the same spot that it was in last time. So you will go over to there. We will go over to here with the combine. Do not thresh when the crops are too wet. Stop there. It was ready to go, but it is waiting for better weather. So he stopped. Now he's waiting for better weather. And it does look like the courseplay there, we've got that set about right for the offset on it. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to stop driver like that. And I'm going to save this course. And this is for corn harvest. For corn harvest. Like that. I'm just going to get rid of that. And, you know, I may as well leave the combine here. So that one's going to stop there. That tractor has again driven to the wrong place in the field. It's driven to here. Which means those trees are going to be in the way. I mean, it could just be that I've gone and put the course in the wrong place. And it would have been better if I'd put the course a bit further in. Or say over there on... I was thinking over there on that side might be a better place to put it. So I'm going to go here now. And I'm going to go drive now. No. Wait until fill level... Right, I don't want you to wait until the fill level is reached. I want you to go and tip now. So I want you specifically to go and tip this. I'm going to go stop driver like that. And I'm going to have... I'll go there. Because that one is... Type combi, empty combine. That one, grain transport, load at start. Transfer, drive from start to finish. Let me try drive course. Let me just try that one right there. And he's going to go, unfortunately, he's going to go in a straight line for the course. And that's not helpful to us. So I got to stop the driver. I got to move that. I just want to see if this can do it. Just once. Have we got the brains in this vehicle to actually be able to do anything? Or is it just going to give up completely? I've got a little bit of crop right there that's not been harvested. Okay, so we'll bring you down to this point. We'll start you here. Let's see if you can do it now. Drive course. So he's going to go down to the beginning of the course. And he will run this over and he will go and tip it. I got the combine waiting in the field. That one can stay there where it is. Sheets over this one. That's great. I love that. That's brilliant. That one's going to head over this side. I'm not going to put fertilizer on the field up there until after we've done the spring planting, because I don't think fertilizer actually makes any difference if you put a coat on to start with. Don't think that makes any difference to it at all. Is that sheet actually got a wet effect on it because of the rain? It looked kind of extra shiny, like it had a wet effect going on with it, which was pretty cool. Okay, I didn't expect it to actually be able to tip on this. I genuinely didn't expect that to be able to tip on there, but it's tipping. It's ideal. Even if it's not fully realistic, it is doing the tip, which I'm quite happy with, to be honest. I'm glad that it's able to do that bit at least. And I do wonder if maybe we will need to change things around a little bit, but there's nothing I can do right now. If I want to keep going with the harvest while I'm doing some of the other work, we're just going to have to fast forward time now. I don't have the money to be able to buy anything new as far as the cows are concerned just yet, so I can't go and buy the new cattle pens over there. The rest of the stuff is all undercover in the sheds. That's all good. This one's going to come down here, and it's going to go over into the field, or going near to the field, and it's going to stop, and it's going to wait for a combine to be ready. No, it's not actually going to wait for a combine to be ready because I've got the tip thing. So I'm just going to go to there. I'm actually going to bring this into the field like this. Bring you around over to that side there. And I'm going to stop you there. So I'm not going to do anything else with that one. So that's done. There's nothing sadder than a combine in the rain. There is just nothing quite as sad and lonely as a combine in the rain. There really isn't. So that combine in the rain is going to have to stay there for a minute. We're not going to do any ploughing or anything like that just yet. You over here, I need to get you back into the yard. I can clear all the courses on that one. I don't want anything else. So you're going back to the yard. I got nothing else for you to do this year. We're finished with you. I'm going to drive you back in here. Like this. And well, I've got two choices, really. I can go and do the little bit of landscaping that I want to do in the field that we're going to be ploughing up in the spring, or I can start hosing off some of this. I think, really, we should hose off at least some of this. Well, that's winter work. We'll do that in the winter. So let's not park this one here, because this one is right in the way of where I'm going to be wanting my tractor to come through a little bit later on. So that one can stop right there. We've got the rain, which is going to get rid of those little bits of hay and stuff that are in the fields. But no, the thing that I wanted to do, the landscaping bit that I wanted to do, is over in the field over here. So we're going to go there. I'm going to start landscaping like this. All of this over here is fine. It's this bit in here that we need to actually do a little bit of landscaping on. Now, it's 3:15. So I'd kind of like to try and do this in the rain. So I'm going to leave it on 5 times speed. So it is like ticking through a little bit. And I want to zoom in here a little bit, like that. Let's get rid of that one a second. And then Control E to boost up my brush strength. Like that. And I'm going to increase the brush size. It's the sideways arrow keys. Press F1, you get all of your controls for how to use this. And middle mouse button. This middle mouse button leveling is absolutely wonderful. It really is, and it works so well. It really does. It's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. It's filling in the ditch that we've got here. I don't really need to worry about anything around the edges of it. Just want to do that. Now, I have found that putting this one as big as it will go does generally work best for when you're smoothing off a field. If you're doing anything in a field to try and level it out a little bit, if you've got rough patches in a field, put this out as big as it can go like this, and it really, really does work well. It does an absolutely wonderful job. Going over anything like that, it just deletes it. So if you've got stuff on the ground, it will delete it. But by having this one as big as it will go and as strong as it will go, then you use the middle mouse button just to smooth things over like this. And it makes it good for just about anything. I've used this a lot on the time-lapse series now. And where I've been cutting down forestry, complete forestry territory, which is really quite rough ground, then using this technique to smooth it out. And it's level enough for most of it for the combine to work over and all of the seed drill and everything to work over. It does a really good job. It actually works really, really well. Right? I've not had any issues with it. So that over to there. Possibly we might want a little bit of grass around the edge, but I'm not actually going to worry about that. I don't think it's anything that we need to concern ourselves with too much. So I'll bring that over to there. I don't think there is anything else on this field that we actually need to concern ourselves with. I think that this field is nice and level for most of it. Sort of look through here. Maybe, I suppose, a little bit up there that we could level off a bit, but not much. And then down through here you can see there, I suppose, maybe a little bit extra that I can level off. Just a smidgen there, and possibly on here as well, we can just pull that up a tiny bit there in that little dip. And just as it comes around that corner there. There's nothing else really that needs to be done to that field to make it ready for ploughing. So I've got that one there that's ready for ploughing. Then, of course, we've got all of this over here, which I don't want to get involved with. So I'm just going to come out of there. I'm going to go and I'm going to have a look on the map. So what else is it that we're going to want to do for leveling? I got that one there. And this is... So, wait a minute. Is it all of that I'm doing? Yeah, it is. That was purchased in 3 separate sections, but that's one field in there. So I've done that field there. That one's now ready. And then we've got the other field over here. I don't own this bit on this side. It's that one up there that I own. And I was wondering about doing that one as a separate one. So we'll go and have a look at that a minute. We'll go back into here. We'll go back to our landscaping. And we will mosey on over this way. Over to here. So I'm looking around on this. We've got an island up here that has got a load of stuff on it. And there's a few trees down this side. And then you've got one track that goes across there. And then you're heading out sort of along the coastline all the way over here. We've got palm trees over this side. The big question is, how much of that do I actually own? I don't own any of that. So it's only up to the track. It's the section that's next to the track in there that I own. So this here is not ours. So all I would need to do is this bit in here. So I don't need to do any landscaping on that. I do have this island up here that I could possibly want to get rid of, just to make my life a bit easier. But what I'm thinking is that I won't turn that into field in behind there. What I will do instead is I will plough up round there, and I'll come along that bit there and just sort of do a curve around the side and come down over to there. So that'll make that bit nice and easy. Now, this here is the other bit that we wanted to do. It's this right in here. So this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to do that right around there like that. And that is going to bring that level up. And we'll bring it all the way over to there. It's quite a big area that I'm doing at the moment. There is method to my madness, fear not. So bring that around there. We will bring the plough and the tractor back here. And we'll go round that again. But I'll plough up there. And then come back down and join in with where it is. So we're not actually going to be ploughing all the way up where I've just done that bit of work. And then this bit in here, we're leaving that for now. That's not being done. So this field here is done. I don't have any more that I want to level over there. This one here would be another field that we'd want to do. I don't want to join these bits in. I'm not ready to do that yet. I've got another field over here. Have a look at lands. I've got all of that bit there. I don't have that one along the top. So we've got a big chunk there that we could do something with. But what I'm thinking is I'd rather do this bit that's going up to the shop and then these bits up round behind. We did this piece. We've done that as grass. And we've got this kind of field going up here. We want to keep that track though. And then that track coming out. So this would have to be 3 separate fields that we do up here. But I'm kind of liking the idea of doing those 3 fields. Definitely liking the idea of doing those. So I've got that one over there, which is not one that we want to do. Let me... No, not you. There. Let's bring that. It would help if I was traveling in the right direction on this. There, now we can see what we're doing. We go over past the farm. And it's this field here next to that one. I've got this area up on the top, which I won't actually do anything with. We'll bring our field down here. We'll go through. We won't try and grab that bit up there. So we want to come down here. This bank, I do want to level that down a little bit. Right, that's just a little tiny bit steep for my liking. I think that's going to end up making life a bit difficult if we leave it as it is. Then we can come up round here. We want to stay away from the shop as we come around here. And then come along that bit. So we're not going to be like, we're not going to go right down into the edges or do anything daft like that. We're just going to stick up to the outside edges of this. And we come down here. And that will then bring all the way along over there. So there's nothing so that there's nothing that needs to be leveled going along here. And that road up there I want to keep. And then this bit here, I didn't have any issues with that. Possibly there's a bit there, but I'm actually thinking we would stay inside of that area. So we'll sort of keep it here. I'm gonna do this bit here just to put a marker on the edge of where I'm gonna go with the ploughing. And then this field up here we can have a look at. Again, if I stay back from the level area there, which is perfect for like a sawmill or something like that. And now this is a bit in here. Look at this. I'm going to have to make sure I only go to about here because that slopes up there like that. That's going to be quite difficult to get through with a combine. Right, that's going to be a curved edge on there. So we're going to have to be a bit careful going in there. It's those kind of curved edges that do make it a bit difficult. And then I want to come down there. That'll be alright. And then that bit down there. Okay, so down this side, I have got, there's that, I want to get rid of that tree, don't I? I probably want to get rid of the 3 of those trees. We'll deal with that later. We'll go through and we'll get rid of those trees later. I don't think there are any other trees. There's none on that one. And then this here, I'm going to stay away from the road anyway. There, I'm going to go sort of back over here near the bank, and then sort of bring it round up like that. So there's going to be quite a bit of gap on the edges there. So those trees, all the way round this field, aren't going to get in the way. They're going to be fine. I don't need to get rid of them. And then this bit over here I'm not doing. Not at the moment, anyway. I've got all of these. Now, this bit in here, I'm going to want to get rid of those 3 trees and those 2, because I'm going to want to buy this bit. And I'm also going to want to remove those trees and level that bit out, and those trees and level some of that bit out as we head down into there, because I just think those trees are going to be in the way. So all of this is going to make one big field here in the middle. And take those out over there. That clump of trees will stay. The rest of it will go. And like that one there. Okay. That's the landscaping that I want to do for a minute. We've got that bit out of the way. So then I'm going to just speed up time like that. We've got a little bit of mess there by the chickens. I don't care, that can stay there. I'm going to head back over to our house over here. We will check the animals. Chickens are fine. Chickens are absolutely fine. And cows, again, are absolutely fine. There's nothing... 64%. I think that's because they've occasionally run out of water and stuff, so like the percentage health has gone down a little bit. Total mixed ration would probably help. Because, yeah, health and effectiveness, I don't really know what the difference is between them on with seasons. It's like, it's not quite so easy to tell what you're doing with the different ones. Definitely makes it a little bit more tricky. Thinking 9:30 is probably about right for us to go to sleep, so let's do that. And 14 hours of sleep. Stop raining for a minute. No, it's now raining again. From the livery stable, we've got $14,000. Okay, so it's stopped raining now. We don't have any rain. However, what we do have is wet crops at the moment. Cleanliness is down a bit. Food is about halfway. Here we could do with some more food as well. Water is about halfway, and so is the cleanliness. So we may as well run around and do stuff with the animals a second. I'll get 2 bales to put in for the cows. Ooh, wait a minute. What do the horses want? We'll get 2 bales. We'll put 1 bit in for the horses, and we'll put 1 bit in for the... And then the rest of the 2 bales will go in for the cows. That'll work quite nicely. And... straw, that's one thing that we still need to work on is how exactly we're going to do straw properly. I'm not quite sure yet. That's on the to-do list of figuring things out. So we've got all these bales in here. That don't get used to the sight of these bales. This is definitely the last time I'm using bales. Ooh, I know what I want to do. I want to check in here. So barley at the moment is on its way up still, but it's the weather forecast. Sunny all day today, and we got good drying conditions as well. It should dry soon. I don't know how long it's going to take before it does actually dry, but it should dry soon-ish. I'll come over to here, and I'm going to jump out and just do the water a minute. So I'm leaving it just ticking over fast. There's the water going in for the horses, so we can leave that one running. And I'll go round here, because I don't actually need to do anything else. I just bring that one over there and it will do it. Because if I now close that one, you can see I got 14,000 something, because its partial bale has been used up in horses. So that one's taken there. The cows, their straws disappeared, has been turned into manure over on this side, which we've got to spread on the fields. We've got slurry that we want to... I'm going to be using manure. I'm going to be using straw. We're going to be start putting bedding in, because you can choose whether you put bedding in or whether you put something else in, or not. And then you get slurry or you get manure. And I'm kind of thinking, we got loads of slurry, so we'll do that to start with, but then we'll switch over to manure production, and we'll have a boatload of that to spread on the fields as well. I can now go down to 1x speed. We have got the fields all dried out, which means that we can go back over to doing our harvest, which will be absolutely great and fantastic. I'm just going to unhitch that one. I've put the food, I need to do some grain in for the chickens and tidy up the cows now. We'll do that in a second. I'll leave that there. Leave all these exactly where they are. I'm not going to do anything to them. So you over here, you are utterly useless for the most part. I'm going to go combi, empty combine and offload. Drive course. Right, now what are you doing? Stop driver. Right, so far, I don't know what you're doing. That is... I said combi, empty, combine, and offload. So I'm going to bring it over this side of the field over to here. Because I think what it was trying to do was trying to turn round to go back to the beginning of the course. So I'm going to start it from over this side. And then I'm going to go drive course like that. Now what are you doing? I don't get this tractor sometimes, and the course and all of it. So it appears to be trying to go and actually drive the course that I laid out. And then it should, if it's going to do that, go back over to the field and then just kind of stop and wait. So I'm going to leave that one to it. I'm not going to change anything over. And then I'm going to go onto here. And I'm just going to go like that, and I'm going to next closest waypoint. We're already on that, and I'm going to go drive course. So start you up. You're away over here. We've got a little bit of a wiggle on there with some of that crop. Oh, that was when it sort of pulled in and cleaned a bit up, and then it went out, and so it's left that little tiny bit there. There is the tractor over there. I'm hoping what it's going to do is it's going to drive up to the edge of the field and it's going to stop there. And it's not going to do anything else. It's just going to wait there until this combine is ready to come on down. We've got one little bit in this field here, right there. There's a bit steep, which is why the combine didn't actually harvest it. But it looks like it's just that bit right there. It doesn't need to do anything else. Okay, I don't know why that one is saying blocking down there. I don't know what that actually means. Whether it's just... I'm assuming it means it's just waiting for the combine to sort of get on. Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode. So we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that... if you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.